Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Full View Extra. And today we're talking about summer transfers. The team is here. We're getting into it. Listen, guys, this is not going to be, obviously, I'm in charge right now, innit? More reckless. I get to do my thing, innit? So I'm going to go straight to Steph. Steph, I'm not saying what is realistic. What do you want? What kind of signing do you feel that Man U need to make to challenge?
To challenge.
Go for the title, challenge.
So we need two strikers. I don't care people saying
Give it
settling.
two.
I need two. We need two. I need two. I want to.
That was nice.
How about everything? No, I would look. My preference would be Oshman over Kane, but it's going to be a hard deal to do, if at all. And then I would want like a Højlund. I think I'd want a Højlund. Like I'm not. If I'm honest with you, I'm not like big on transfers or like, oh yeah, I've scouted this player and so, but Højlund's one I've been watching. I've taken an interest in him. I think he could really work well for us, be the understudy if we get two strikers. So yeah, definitely two strikers. That's my main focus, by the way. I think that should be our first port of call. With regards to the midfield area, look, I'm not big on Mason Mount. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad player. DJ and I had a chat about what we think, or what DJ thinks Ten Hag's going to do with Mason Mount. But my preference would be finding an out-and-out number 6. Not to replace Casemiro, but just, I feel like that position we need more. In which case, I'd be more tempted to go for Sofian Amrabat, actually, than a Declan Rice. I would be more tempted to go for a Sofian Amrabat. I think he's done really well. I mean, look, we're recording this in the studio the day after that Fiorentina lost to West Ham, but he was their shining light. Like, he was really good in that game. I think he's very disciplined as well. In like overall, not necessarily in the game last night, but he's just a very disciplined player. Rarely picks up red cards, yellow cards. He's good. He's really good, and his long-range passing.
He's solid. He was wicked in the World Cup as well, man.
Also,
wicked.
what I would say is, this is with Sofian Amrabat, the reason why I'm like zoning in on him is because if you look at Fiorentina and the way that Italiano, their manager, how they play, it's a very, he likes to keep possession, and it's a high-pressing team. And I think all of the way he plays in that system, Fiorentina, is the way Ten Hag wants to play. He wants the possession-based football, the high press, winning up high up in transition. So for me, he definitely fits the bill. And then looking at defence, Kim and Jay. Big up. Who's the guy who was talking about banging on about Kim and Jay?
Scout, innit?
From like 2 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah, big up
Didn't
to
even
him.
think he was a real person.
Big up to him. Big up to him or her. But yeah, no, I'd definitely take Kim and Jay over like a Timber. I don't want someone at our club who's turned us down. Like last season, I don't want to come. And now shit's going south for you. You want to come here? No, thank you. No, thank you.
Ego, very important. Some people say I'm not bringing it up.
So yeah, I mean, like, those would be, just to recap really quickly, those would be my 5, I think.
So you got Højlund, sorry, go on.
Oshman, Højlund, Amrabat, Kim and Jay, and if you've got more money, maybe a goalkeeper.
Wicked. Marcel, over to you, mate.
Thank you. I'm going to go Diogo Costa, number 1 on the list. I've been saying it for a long time now. It's expensive. It's very expensive a deal. I believe you have to get past this release clause. Harry Kane is somebody that I would like. I'm not going to do realistic. It's just purely on transfers that I wouldn't want to join the club. Harry Kane, I think, it's almost imperative that we get someone of his skill set at the number 9 position. So you can also include Osimhen, but out of the two, similar to how I was talking about Scott McTominay and Fred, how you have to pick and choose one, I think, you have to pick and choose between Osimhen or Harry Kane. They're starting players. They're fantastic players and they've had really good seasons. So I would obviously say Harry Kane. Højlund, or however you pronounce his name, I don't know.
I don't know.
Højlund.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Højlund.
Okay. I think he's a fantastic youth player in the forward line, but I think you have to choose between him and Kolo Muani. In terms of youth players coming up, an understudy type striker. I really like Kolo Muani as well, but I'm going to say Højlund as well. He's really good. Kim Min-jae I agree with as well. I think Mason Mount is going to be a fantastic player and a world-class player. He's got the potential to become a world-class player. And I genuinely believe he will be lifting.
In what position though?
So he can play in the 10. He can play in the 8 as well. But I think he'll be lifting trophies at Manchester United Football Club if he joins, for sure. So he's an excellent signing for us. Declan Rice is a good option as well. I think you do need another defensive midfielder, but I would say Caicedo if I had a choice out of the two as well for Brighton. And then we maybe need another winger. I'm not 100% sure who that would be, but
left wing or right wing?
I'm gonna say on the right.
On the right, yeah.
I'm gonna say on the right, and it will be somebody that's a little bit older as well, because I know Ahmad's coming up and I know Garnacho's coming up as well. So just someone to fill in the gap that's got a high level of quality. I can't, no one to think of off the top of my head right now. But I say those are my. It's got to be a spine.
I know Asensio's gone to PSG, but would he have been someone that you would have in that?
I think it's a free. It was a free. It was a free. Yeah, it's a free. It wasn't a free transfer as well potentially. They released. I think they got rid of him.
I just know that he's.
That's a good shout because I think he's a bit older now in his career. Maybe just approaching his like 27.
Is that the kind of caliber that you meant in that age group? That kind of category.
Someone just to fill in the gap before, so that Garnacho can mature. Ahmad can mature, Pelestri. These are players that will really contribute towards the back end of 5-6 years down the road. So, it's got to be a spine. We need to add to the spine right now. And another centre back, a goalkeeper, a striker, and a really good midfielder. So those players would be my selection.
I'm going to give you my one, and after you can tell me what you think about these as well. Some of it's unrealistic in this one. I still want Frankie. And I know this is crazy. I know this is mad, yeah. But I look in, the piece. There's the piece that we're missing. Yeah. A solid piece that we're missing in the way our manager wants to play. Yeah. Yeah. And I saw Frankie come to Old Trafford. Yeah. And I watched Frankie in the flesh at Barcelona.
And that wasn't even his best,
And I was like, but I'm telling you, bro, he's good. When you talk about that guy, and I know we'll never get him out. Now Sergio Busquets has left. So I know it's a vacant dream. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. But my thing is, how am I gonna because I've got a midfield issue, in terms of Bruno and Casemiro. Who's that guy? That's going to be there. It's not Eriksen, unfortunately, just because maybe timing and stuff.
Bench.
It's just weird.
Maybe.
But Eriksen still be here. But who's that guy in the middle? Now, for me, I haven't seen it as Mason Mount. I don't know if other people are saying that. It doesn't feel that way for me. Not next to Casemiro, because Casemiro gets left a lot and he needs support. He needs support, especially in certain big games and stuff. For me, that player is Declan Rice. I feel more confident in terms of, I know that he hasn't been given the free license to shine in that West Ham side because West Ham are going to play a certain way. When Scott goes to if Scott ends up at West Ham.
If
Scott wants to go to West Ham, you see a good Scott. You see a good Scott in that. But when you see Declan Rice fully unleashed, it's another leader, it's another captain that you can say he's going to come in there, he'll be solid. He's not going to have that thing when he's going to shrink in games. We've seen him look big in games. We've seen him that he's a big part of the spine, and I want him, Lavia, just again, that's more probably than I want Mason Mount. But again, I'm going to trust the manager on that one and say, do your thing. Up front is where we have the issue. Because I'm resigned to the thing we're not getting Kane. I just feel like we're not going to get him. I've just given up. And I would love Kane at this club. He's not coming. Yeah. Osimhen is a big one for me. Højlund, I just want him to come in anyway. But it's got to go Osimhen, And then I'm cool with that. Kim Min-jae, I'm spending a lot of money. My thing's expensive.
Always is. Remember, you took us over budget last year.
Like 4.
We'll run this club into the ground.
I run this club into the ground, and then I'm gonna go in and get a keeper. I'm staying with you, Raya. Don't mind if that's
that's a good shot.
Costa, don't mind if that's the guy as well. But those are my signings. So I've got wow. Costa, I've got Declan Rice.
So that's 60 million, 90 million.
Kim and
Thank
Jay.
you.
Kim and Jay,
Kim Min.
40 million release clause.
God.
Okay, carry on. Mason Mount, you said you don't mind to trust the manager. 65,
I didn't want to.
70.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Make him out.
But
Throw him out. Throw him out. I don't
Alright,
want him.
okay.
Yeah. Mason.
You said it's not going to be Kane, so you got to go Osimhen, 130. Hoyland,
Euros.
45.
Yeah,
And I
about
spent
45,
enough.
yeah.
I spent enough.
I would say one thing, KG, you made a really good
Said
point.
Lavia, 40.
No, 30.
30?
30, 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did make a good point that I didn't think about that I didn't consider actually with Declan Rice about how, and it's well known because Moyes has said it, that he doesn't necessarily play Declan Rice out of position, but he wants more defensive work from Declan Rice in a West Ham team.
Yeah.
So in my mind, when I was giving out my opinion, I was thinking about Declan Rice solidly in more of a defensive midfield position. But I think if Ten Hag does get him, he'll allow the freedom to. I think he'll allow
It's a
Declan
balanced
Rice.
midfield
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Bruno. That is a final. That we
that's a
finally
nice-
have balance.
yeah.
You know, and then
No.
again, if Mason's in there helping out, it could be cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's my team. Again, I spent a lot of money. I'm going to make a lot of money myself.
The only thing I'm worried about is like you're spending. We're spending all this money. Sorry, DJ. One sec. We're spending all this money, but then in my head I'm thinking, okay, yeah, we get strikers, right? Because that's the most important thing to me. Who's crossing into the box? Who's crossing? We don't.
Ganacho. Ahmad.
And Anthony when he gets.
And it won't be all about just straight crossing, it'll be about the style of football, like cutbacks, supply, feed them. Balls into their feet, balls in between the lines for them.
Yeah.
It won't just all be
I
about whip
don't
it in
think-
and
no,
score.
I don't want us to be that one-dimensional attacking
Yeah.
team.
We won't
I'm
with Ten
just
Hag.
We
saying.
won't be one.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, when I look at us putting crosses this season, I'm just thinking back to this season and last season. It's like, you say Garnacho puts crosses in. Occasionally, usually his crosses are flat. They're not like the traditional cross of run into the corner and then loop it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's normally a flat cross. Dallo, in my opinion, can't really cross that well. Neither can Wan-Bissaka. Luke Shaw, yes. Good crosser of the ball. But that's just my worry. Like, we're spending all of
And
this
David
money.
De Gea will be able to ping it into.
Yeah. You had to sneak that in, didn't you?
He just wanted to do it
Had to
because
sneak that in.
don't mention his name. He even managed to say get Diogo Costa without even mentioning De Gea's
know.
name. But you just wanted to just.
But yeah, whoever. Again, I'm not good with this scouting players, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying, I'd like if the chair on the top would be just if we can find a winger, like you said, find a winger who's an excellent aerial crosser of the ball. I would like that as well.
Thing is, you're laughing, but that's probably what's going to happen. That David De Gea will be pinging. Them
Imagine
Are you
that.
bringing him back into this
No,
position?
because I'm saying what Ten
I'm
Hag will
so
do.
sorry.
Imagine
Sorry,
that.
Josh. Let's go.
Yeah.
Wait, God. Flex.
Since everyone's kind of done a ideal situation, I'll do like what's probably feasible, like with
No, we
what
have
we
some
got.
seasons that is as well.
Oh yeah, you haven't said yours as well,
yeah.
innit? So yours might be feasible or it could be.
Are we talking about what's feasible?
No,
like-
it's whatever. It's
Whatever.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For
Sorry,
me,
For it, babes.
Yeah.
up front has to be the priority. We need
Yeah.
2 strikers.
Yeah.
I'm with you though. I don't think it's going to be Kane. I think Kane and Osimhen both stay where they are. I thought that for a while. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I thought that for a while. Maybe now with the Napoli manager and think maybe it might change a little bit, but you know, I'm surprised Real Madrid aren't even going for Osimhen as well. They could go with the power to. I don't know. I can't see Harry Kane even leaving Spurs. I can't. I just think that Daniel Levy's going to put a block on it. We should absolutely still put the 100 million down and test the resolve. Show some intent.
I
But
think like a light 90 first though, just to see what I've got.
just put the 100 million, bro. Obviously, yeah, that's how negotiations work, but just put the 100. It's Daniel Levy's don't even want to sell to us at the best of time. You can't try and barter and get less price. Just give the 100 million first, and then you know he's even going to say 110, 115. But to us, he ain't even going to pick up the phone.
Are you talking as Sheikh Jassim or Jim Ratcliffe?
Good question.
If it's Sheikh Jassim.
Good question.
If
No,
I'm
but the way
talking
you-
as Sheikh,
the way
yeah.
you were like, I'll put 100 down.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
Mate, I'm talking as Glazers. I'm talking about current now. We ain't even got new owners.
Just as Sheikh Jassim though. What are you doing?
It's Mbappe.
That's
It's
interesting.
Mbappe season.
No,
It's-
as Sheikh Jassim, what's that Levy phone call like? Go on.
Go on, do the impressions.
No, I got no impressions of
do the
Sheikh
phone call,
Jassim.
do the phone
I'm
call.
not going to be disrespectful to the man them to Sheikh
The man
Jassim. But it's a serious
You
no
calling-
talking.
You calling Levy?
Yeah, no, they don't call. They'll send the peas. They just send the peas.
How much?
What, wire it?
135 opening bid.
They'll wire it, and he'll wire it, and then call up and be like.
So listen,
"You've
I've
got the
just
money,
dropped
yeah?
this to you.
You've got the money.
Basically, he'll say up in a way where all you have to do is accept, then it will happen. But you can tell that the transaction's been set up. Here's 135 opening bid.
That's what you did, Sheikh Justin.
Sheikh Justin.
We need him.
And then I'm going David Moyes. Then I'm bringing up Sullivan Goldthing at West Ham, and I'm going. So Arsenal, what 90 in it they've put for Declan Rice. Here's 110.
And then just put the phone down. It's in the bank. Yeah, exactly. Just put the phone down.
Then I'm going Napoli. What's Kim Min Jae's release clause? 40.
Oh, shit, man, I can see you looking.
Here's 50.
It's
Release clause 40.
Yes, flag.
50. Yeah.
Kim Min Jae, how much you want? Are we 150? 170. From Sheikh Jassim, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Doing crazy
Bossy,
stuff.
bossy.
Mason
I feel
Mount
like-
as well. Ten Hag, is that what you really want? How much is he? What Todd Bowley's talking
Bowley
nonsense
said
to me?
Bowley.
What, he thinks I can't afford that? Give him what he wants.
70 million.
Sheikh
Yes.
Jassim.
Also, I feel like Sheikh
Sheikh
Jassim.
Confidently,
I feel like Sheikh
confidently.
Jassim. That's what he would do, and he would just completely.
Sheikh Jassim. I'm Sheikh Jassim.
I need this life.
Nah,
I feel
real
like-
talk, we can't do madness because
need that life.
no, but overpaying for
Sheikh would do
players
that?
and
It's bad.
part of our whole problem.
Sheikh could do that though.
He
No.
wouldn't even. He
No,
wouldn't,
I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would
he
do that.
wouldn't even go through like John Merton and Richard Arnold. He would just go straight, direct. He would just cut the middleman out.
90
He would just-
foundation.
Yeah, 19
The middle-
foundation.
just
Every 90.
cut
But here's the thing with Sheikh Jassim if he does come in. I know it's a bit off topic, just real quick here. Actually, part of them coming in is actually we need to be really smart. Like there's things that Man City don't do, even though they've got all the money in the world. There's players that they don't go after, that they don't break wage structures, they don't. So I'm having a laugh saying all that stuff. But in reality, I want us to be well run. I actually want us to be astute. Just because we've got money, we're not just brandishing it. Look what PSG have done. Hasn't worked. They just literally had the Harlem Globetrotters up front. Who would have thought we would have seen Messi, Neymar, and bloody Mbappe in a front line? That's stupid.
Crazy, yeah.
And it hasn't worked. They've got to dismantle the whole thing, and only Mbappe's standing. So we can't just do the Harlem Globetrotters thing and having a laugh. But it would just be wicked to be able to have that power to just you think it's real. I know you think it's real.
I felt that when I was
But
like,
it's still
raw.
like, if you got the money, here it is.
Yeah, exactly. But strikers, Declan Rice, I agree with what we were saying on the Flex and KG show the other day. If you're trying to get me to pay upwards north of 50 million for Mason Mount, I'm trying to add more P's on plus players to get Declan Rice or Caicedo. Because of, like you said, how transformative is a player to the team. And Declan Rice or Caicedo next to Casemiro is what we need.
Mad.
Is
Yeah,
what we
that's
need.
mad.
And do you know what? Sometimes we get like stuck on the players that the media's telling us we're in for, i.e. Caicedo or, well, not so much Caicedo, but Caicedo and Rice. If it's not them, that profile next to Casemiro, thoroughbred six, powerful in the tackle,
Sofian.
can travel with the ball, you know.
Sophia Amrabat.
And Amrabat is really good. I was really impressed with Amrabat in the World Cup was when I went, wow, who's that guy? He's excellent. Like he was running the show against big boy teams, Amrabat, and even in that final against West Ham, which you could say is not the highest quality final, but he definitely stood out.
Yeah.
So
No
again,
one's mentioned the Fulham player as well. The one
yeah,
that-
Paulinho, exactly.
Yeah.
So again, like it doesn't need to be the glamour. It can be a bit left or a bit right. We didn't really see it coming, but the profile needs to fit. I need
just gonna say
players
it,
that are technically sound, players who want the ball. I need us to be a better football inside. I do. That's for me. That's what I want to get. So, yeah.
Last but not least, we're here with DJ. DJ, what do you want?
So, just quickly, so Bruno Fernandes is a really key part of our team, and to really get him going, you're going to need a real bagsman up front, someone that's just ruthless in front of goal. And for me, if I had it my way, and a lot of our ways, it's Kane for me. I'm very similar to you. I think Osimhen and Kane, they're so tricky deals to get done. They're really tricky to get done, especially if we haven't got the right owner that we want. So I think we have to go maybe a slight level just below that, and you're now looking at the Goncalo Ramoses of this world, even Vlahovic, those type of guys that they're not at that level just yet, but they're a level below. Then they'll bag goals. So I would be happy for either one of those two. And then Mason Mount, I mean, look, if Ten Hag really wants him, me and Marcel had the discussion. He's kind of going for that, I think, like 2019 type Ajax team with the 8s, progressive and all of that stuff. So I think,
work with Mason Mount.
The profile of the player, like it can work. It can definitely work. I think the two crown jewels though, for me, apart from the striker, is definitely obviously midfield. We need someone who's mobile, technical, can get about the pitch. Do you know what I mean? And I think the profile, it could even, we talk about Rice, Caicedo, yeah? Great players. But even if it's an unknown, slightly left player that has that profile, that can come in and do that, I'll be happy for it. So it could be an unnamed player, we don't know, someone far left. Kim and Jae for me, over Timber, all day, every day. I like Timber, good player, but Kim and Jae just stands above him, head and shoulders above him. I've watched a bit of Kim and Jae, really, his style translates very well to Premier League. Very well to Premier League.
Hopefully.
Very well to Premier League.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It does. If you watch
We
the
thought
play,
about
like,
Koulibaly. He came from Napoli.
We'll go from that, hold that for the Koulibaly. This guy always rubbing on the beard.
oh, slow down.
Yeah, he ain't even got a long beard, fam. It doesn't matter what he wears either, fam.
All the
Time on the
time.
match
Wait, he
for you,
rubs
fam.
his beard?
No, it's just always rubbing, fam. Always rubbing.
It's that curly beard syndrome.
I don't seem to do it.
Alright, yeah. Cool.
That's right.
Yeah, go from that last one you said.
Cool.
We
Koulibaly, We thought about Koulibaly as well.
Yeah, but you know what it was? I just think that with him, under Ten Hag, I think Ten Hag's the difference maker. You put him under Ten Hag, you know, he's really going to come and try and perform. And then the keeper, you know, you mentioned some keepers, Raya, Costa. Look, as long as the distribution's going to be better, because our distribution from he who shall not be named isn't really good, bring them in, man. So to me, it's about profiles, really. Just kind of what we need.
Talking about? I don't know.
You're that guy in class. I've seen it.
It's leave the class now. Get out.
But sir, what does it mean?
This is my next lines. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Listen, people, let us know if you agree. Do you agree with our transfer list? Again, we saw what life could be like under Sheikh.
That was completely fake. We didn't see
No,
what
no,
happened.
we saw-
I hope Sheikh Jassim don't come in and do
That
any of
was
them
real.
things that I said. No.
That was real.
No.
That was real.
Yeah,
I'm taking
it
that
was.
as gospel. That is Sheikh Jassim. That's what he would do. So you lot already know. Today I want to feel Qatari. But anyway, that's what we're thinking. Let us know what your thoughts are in the chat. Stay blessed. Till next time, we are out of here. Peace.